What if the most overlooked person in a building held the one key that could heal a powerful family? Stay until the end, because what a quiet janitor and a silent girl reveal will change everything. The marble lobby of Ravensworth Tower gleamed like a promise few could afford. Every morning at 5:30, Lena Cruz pushed her cart across those floors as if gliding over water. Soft shoes, steady breath, eyes that noticed everything people with louder lives missed. She wasn't invisible by mistake. After a year of rebuilding her life from ashes, being overlooked felt safer than being seen. On the 46th floor, Graham Ravensworth, a self-made tycoon whose name opened doors and closed mouths, was holding the world together with deadlines and deals. What he didn't know how to hold together was his 12-year-old daughter, Maya, who hadn't spoken a word since the accident. Lena usually cleaned early and left before the executive floors came alive. But that Tuesday, the elevator broke, and she was still on 46 when the first team arrived. That's when she saw Maya for the first time. Long, dark hair, a blue hoodie, and a tablet she guarded like a secret. An assistant tried to coax Maya into her father's office. "Sweetheart, just wait with me." Maya's fingers flew across the tablet. "No." The assistant glanced around, embarrassed. People pretended not to notice, because pretending is easier than caring. A paper cup rolled under a sofa. Lena crouched to grab it, and when she rose, she smiled. Small, real, unafraid. "Hey," she said softly. "Cool case." She pointed to Maya's tablet cover, covered in tiny galaxy stickers. "You like stars?" Maya's eyes flicked up, curiosity, then caution. 2 taps on the screen. "Yes." Lena didn't flinch at the clipped text-to-speech voice. "Me too. You know the Persids? If you look up at 4 a.m., it's like the sky remembers how to throw confetti." A beat. Then, "Show me." "Tomorrow," Lena whispered like a pact. "If you want." The glass doors opened. Graham stepped out, crisp suit, jaw set. The floor rearranged itself to his pace. He was a man who solved problems with signatures. Grief wasn't a document you could countersign. "Good morning, Maya." He bent, measured affection carefully, like fragile glassware. "We have your therapist at 10. Maya's tablet. "No," he exhaled. "Maya." Lena gathered her cart to disappear until Maya reached for her sleeve. Tiny fingers. An earthquake. Graham's gaze snapped to Lena. "Who are you?" "Janitorial," Lena said. "Lena, my daughter doesn't talk to strangers." "She's not talking to me," Lena answered, calm. "She's trusting me for 30 seconds. Something in Graham's face tightened. Control challenged by truth. He nodded once, a man conceding ground no one else could have taken. For a week, Lena timed her route to pass the 46th floor when Maya arrived. No grand gestures, shared silence by the window, a folded paper star, a new sticker for the tablet, a comet. Maya typed more when Lena was near. Little things. Wind, sounds like ocean. Mom liked lilacs. I remember blue shoes. The therapist called it selective mutism. Graham called it my failure. Lena called it Maya's pace. One afternoon, Maya pressed her tablet hard, fighting tears. "They say I'm broken." Lena crouched, level with her eyes. "Listen to me. You are not broken. You are a symphony the world hasn't learned to hear yet." Maya stared, then typed, "Symphony." Elevator down, fire alarms once. Lena stayed late to help evacuate. In the stairwell, Maya froze. Too many bodies, too many memories. Lena talked her through breaths like waves. In, 2, 3, hold, out, 2, 3. By the time they reached the lobby, Maya's fingers were steady. She typed, "You sound like Mom." Lena hesitated. "I'm sorry. She died." "I know," Lena whispered. "I'm sorry because, listen, I lost someone too." "Who?" Graham's voice came from behind them. He'd caught the last line. Lena swallowed. "My brother, a hit and run. I kept thinking if I had been there, if I had done something sooner, he might still be." She steadied herself. Grief steals voices. Sometimes it steals your name. Graham looked at Lena differently, not as staff, but as a human standing in the same storm. Next morning, a sleek PR team swarmed the floor. An investor summit, cameras, lights, the whole choreography of billion-dollar confidence. Graham's team begged Maya to sit quietly in the front row, not to make a scene. Maya's tablet, "I'm not a scene, I'm a person." A young exec muttered, "We can't risk a meltdown." Lena's jaw set. She doesn't melt down. She overheats when people ignore the warning lights. Graham heard it. Something in his posture changed. Less CEO, more father. Mid-presentation, a video about the company's family values played, images of smiling teams and charity galas. On screen, a shot of Maya with her mother from years ago, laughing, signing "I love you" with her hands. The room went airless. Maya began to shake. Her tablet slipped. Lena moved without thinking, blocking the camera's line, kneeling at Maya's level. "Look at me," Lena murmured. "Not at them. Breathe. Do you want to leave?" Maya typed, "No. Want to say something." Lena's eyes softened. "Then say it your way." Lena stood, turned to the stage, and yes, broke protocol. "Mr. Ravensworth." 100 eyes, 1,000 judgments. Graham paused, mic in hand. "My daughter would like to speak," he said. A handler hissed, "Bad optics." Graham's voice sharpened. "My daughter is not optics." They brought the small podium down to Maya's height. Maya lifted her tablet. The robotic voice filled the room. "I don't talk, but I am not silent. I remember my mom's laugh. I remember lilacs. I remember blue shoes and dancing in the kitchen. You show videos of families while you tell me to hide. Stop filming me. Start listening to me." The room froze. Then one person clapped, two. A wave. Some with tears they didn't expect to have. Graham's face crumpled, pride and grief colliding. He didn't hug her like a trophy. He knelt beside her like a student finally meeting the teacher. Into the mic he said, "We will not be a company that silences the people we claim to protect. Starting today, our family policy changes. Starting today, I change." The clip went viral, not because she was a billionaire's daughter, but because truth sounds the same in every accent, every device. People wrote, "I don't talk, but I'm not silent either." Schools asked for training. Parents asked for hope. Lena kept cleaning the same floors at the same hour. She didn't want a spotlight. She wanted Maya steady. One afternoon, a slim box appeared on Lena's cart. A professional AAC training course, tuition paid. A note, "You gave my daughter a voice. Let me help you give others theirs. GR." Lena blinked away a tear. Underneath, a smaller sticky note in crooked letters. "Symphony, M." Weeks later, after therapy sessions that now included stargazing and paper comets, Maya typed, "Can we watch confetti sky?" At 4 a.m. on the rooftop, security alerted, blankets, thermos of chocolate, Lena pointed up. The Perseids stitched light across the dark, like the sky remembering a song. Maya's tablet spoke into the hush. "Mom would like this." Lena nodded. She would. Graham stood a step back, letting the moment be theirs. He turned to Lena. "I don't have right words." "You don't need them," she said. "Just keep listening." A year later, Ravensworth Tower instituted a policy, executive bonuses tied to inclusive practices, mentorship for employees' families with communication differences, funding for local AAC programs. On the plaque in the lobby, tiny letters curved under a meteor shower engraving, "Not broken, a symphony." People still rushed through the lobby without looking. That's what people do. But sometimes a child would pause at the plaque, trace the letters, and smile. And every dawn at 5:30, a quiet woman in soft shoes would pass by with a cart, look up at the words, and remember a girl who didn't talk but who taught a tower how to listen. The story echo.